Well. Look who's back from their August vacation.
Good to be back.
It's us.
It is. It's us. We did it.
The trade tape. Trades happened. Apparently, NFL teams don't wait for us to get back from where we are
to
do their business.
No.
Let's talk about some of our favorites. Devon Vele to the Saints from the Broncos. He was almost a cut candidate in the sense that they have a lot of wide receivers now, but he was drafted with a 7th-round pick last year. He had 500 yards. Sean Payton, since he was drafted, has been comparing him to Marquise Colston. So the Saints end up trading a 4th and a 7th for a guy that was a 7th-round pick last year. The interesting thing about this is the Saints are expected to be terrible. So a 4th-round pick is almost like a late 3rd-round pick, which is an incredible haul for my donkeys.
Well done. Not the only trade either.
Nope.
We just saw Sky Moore get traded. I know he's not really done a crazy amount yet, but he got traded.
You've always been a believer.
Yeah, exactly. He got traded from the Chiefs to the 49ers. They did a late round pick swap with it as well. The 49ers got a 7th round and sent a 6th round. So, maybe
the most up to date
receiver a little bit, but who knows?
Well, the most up-to-date one we have to talk about is running back Brian Robinson to the 49ers for a 6th-round pick from the Commanders. The Commanders were looking to shop him. That was the word. And, man, one thing that has changed night and day since we had a podcast was the idea that the 49ers might have a good season.
Yeah, no kidding.
I've got a ton of bets.
CMC, yeah.
I've got a ton of bets. I've got a ton of bets today to mitigate those 49ers futures we already put our money on.
Right.
They could still do it, but we bought when they were healthy. The price is better now because it's like they can't keep a wide receiver healthy. They're running out of running backs. Jeff Wilson's already been called up. That's the crazy part.
Yeah. Yep. Who else just got traded? There's Jalen Ramsey. The Dolphins were involved in a trade. Jalen Ramsey got sent to the Steelers. It was for Micah Fitzpatrick, and there was also a pick involved in that. Or no, Jonnu Smith. We also sent Jonnu Smith as part of that trade and received a pick back along with Jalen Ramsey.
As a dynasty owner of Jonnu Smith, I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah. Valid.
But we have got some bets to talk about on today's show. I finally delivered on my promise. I've got a lot of bets that I've got an opinion on, not necessarily betting all of them, but we're going to go over all of this win total stuff. Segment 2 will be coming up. More NFLs. We're going to take a deep look at holdouts. Then we're going to get into a couple of just topics of things we missed before we finally go into F1 and talk about its relationship with America.
It was a lot of fun. I know we were gone, but it was cool. You came down to Carolina for a bit. We went to the beach, had a good time. It was fun.
Yeah, that was a good time. That was the cue for the intro, though. You weren't supposed to talk about that. I pointed and everything. It was beautifully done, Sean.
I'm not in control of the sounds, man. That's our producer's fault.
Oh, the NFL's almost back.
Can't wait.
Welcome
College
to
hits this weekend.
Where Ian and Sean break down sports betting, pop culture, or whatever is on their minds. The Wit and Grit Podcast.
This show is for entertainment purposes only. Any bets that we make are our own. Do not take them as financial advice. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER, ncpgambling.org. We are just doing the best we can with the information we have. Everything's volatile. Don't put anything on the line you cannot afford to lose.
Bet smart. Always bet smart.
Now we talk about the vacation. See, this is the part. This is the beautiful part about being live, though. You know what I'm saying? You don't want a polished show. You want to hear us get into it.
What are you talking about?
You started talking about the vacation when you were supposed to hit the intro, and I scalded you just like 10 seconds ago, 15 seconds ago.
I just felt like talking about vacation. I don't know what you're talking about. When I'm supposed to. What do you? I don't know.
The script says, "Welcome back, August vacation." Right here.
Script.
Yeah. Oh my God, they write notes? No way. They don't remember all of this off the top of their head. Anybody that knows me know I definitely had to write something down. We had a great time at Carolina Beach. It was a great time down there. We've never been to that specific beach. I've always been a big fan of the coast of North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just been, it's a good time. I don't know. I it's a nice little beach. It's not too busy, but there was just enough of like everything there. So would recommend.
More sun than we thought, which was great.
Yeah, it was cloudy all morning. All right, let's get into some of these. Ooh, just so many good bets. I finally got everything quantified, put together. We've got hit percentages and everything without getting too far into it. I want to kind of start at the bottom and go up. So there's like a top 7 bets that I was able to identify.
Okay.
Eagles over 11.5. You can get this at plus 110 on FanDuel. The last I saw it. 60.7% hit rate. Not that they have an easy schedule by any means.
Typically not when you win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but they've got the best OL in football. Best offensive line, top 2 defensive line. That's it. Not the hardest schedule.
I mean, if you dominate the trenches, you can get wins. Stack them.
Tush push, still legal.
Yep.
So
they tried to get rid of it unsuccessfully.
11.5 wins, I'm telling you.
Plus 110 is decent value on that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's 12 games, so it's like you're really just hoping nothing goes wrong. That's why this is number 7, because that's still a high number, despite like how good they are.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think they'll probably surpass that.
So you like that one? You're in.
Yeah. I like that one.
Bears over 8.5. This was at plus 125 earlier.
Okay.
Massive offensive line upgrade. Tooney, Dalman, Jonah Jackson. Ben Johnson comes in head coach. Everyone knows that. Caleb is starting to finally look good in some stuff we're seeing. It was almost like smear campaign material before that.
No, it was. And I mean, they were pretty awful last year. So a lot of it was valid for to an extent, I should say. I still think 8.5 might be high for them. I kind of see them at 7 or 8 at the end of it all.
You got to check out the roster, man. They're a different team, but I'm just
saying
they're
going to win more than last year. Just maybe not 9 games. That's putting them at something. That's having a winning season for the Bears.
Yeah, it's got to happen sometime.
Against Detroit twice, against Green Bay twice.
The Vikings are out of wide receivers. Jordan Addison's going to miss 3 games, so they'll be behind the 8 ball.
No, so we didn't hit this
Detroit,
in our trade because it hasn't happened, but Vikings sniffing around Adam Thielen again, pretty funny.
Yeah. Detroit lost both their coordinators. How does that bounce? Is Jordan Love that guy, or did he have one really good year? So, I mean, it's not that hard to believe. And all I'm saying is about Caleb Williams, it was a smear campaign in June. Like, you're not wrong about last year. I'm talking weeks ago.
Right.
They were just like, people were releasing video of him clearly missing nets and just like, I'm like, okay, so why is there any good footage?
Right.
And then we finally get a little bit of game action.
Yeah. Well,
but again,
I don't know. You'll have to convince me more on that one. I'm not sold on that one.
On the fence. We need a sound effect for that. On the fence. Number 5. This one's gross. Browns over 4.5. They zig, I zag. Let's go. Everybody wants to talk about how bad the Browns quarterback room is, but Joe Flacco's got the starting job, and that defense is disgusting. Myles Garrett effect. Schedule relief. They've got the soft end of the schedule. I mean, the offensive line is the worry, but 4.5 is a low number for a really great defense and a veteran quarterback against the next team we're going to talk about. My number 4 pick will tie him in. The Bengals under 10.5, because if you call your grandma and ask her what's wrong with the Bengals, she'd say they need to get Joe Burrow some protection. Anyone with eyes sees he's running for his life, and they didn't do anything about it.
Yeah, no, that's true, but their offense is so strong. I see them still winning 11, 12 games.
Wrong, dude. If this was fantasy football, They're not paying they're going to let Trey Hendrickson leave. They're not paying him. Their first round pick, who's a defensive rusher, not paying him. Don't have a deal with him. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're not taking care of any. They paid Jamar Chase. They paid Burrow. They finally pay Higgins. And it's like, I heard this analysis on the favorites earlier. So shout out Simon Hunter. He said the Bengals are a great team if it was built by a 12-year-old. Like, it's built by a 12-year-old. It's a fantasy football team. Yeah. And I just like the preseason game, Joe Burrow's got no time.
It scores, man.
I'm telling you, Myles Garrett and the Steelers got Watt happy. Watt's happy. Like, TJ Watt's going to be rushing at him. It's so I've got the Bengals under there. I'm actually thinking about betting on them to miss the playoffs again.
Really?
Yeah, they did it last year. They didn't get any better on the offensive line. Missed the playoffs 2 years in a row. You might actually see some shakeups in Cincinnati, or Joe Burrow might just say, let me leave.
It feels like yesterday that Joe Burrow team was in a Super Bowl.
It's been a long time, though. It's been a long time, and he hasn't won a playoff game since.
Really?
Look it up. I don't think he has. CJ Stroud made a run to the championship and then won another game the next year. Nobody wants to talk about how good CJ Stroud is. We all just love Joe Burrow all the time. Had one good, what was it, sophomore year, or was that his rookie year? I think it was his sophomore year that he made the run. Yeah. Jaguars under 8.5 is number 3 while you look at that.
He did get a couple of wins since the Super Bowl.
In the playoffs?
They beat Baltimore in the wild card in 23, and they beat Buffalo in the divisional in 23. They then lost to the Chiefs in the championship in 23.
So they missed in 24. So when they make the playoffs, they make noise. I'll take that back. I don't think they'll get there with this offensive line. And they're so cheap, I don't think they're going to fix it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of like the Bears on this one. You're going to have to sell me more. Right now, I'm with you on the Eagles. I think I'm with you on Browns just because 4.5 is such a low number. What else you got?
You're on the odd numbers with me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jaguars under 8.5. I mean, offensive line is number 26. Defensive line ranked 29th. Yeah. Trevor Lawrence is healthy for now, but I mean, they're going against the Texans defensive line twice, number 4. Mm-hmm. The Titans defensive line quietly ranked number 14.
Okay.
And the Colts defensive line, number 17. So it doesn't look good for Trevor Lawrence, the Jaguars, and a rookie head coach.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence this might be it. Like not for his career, but for his starting career. We'll see.
This one, I don't know if you're going to be buying, because you and me were feeling the opposite before. But after running the numbers, Seahawks under 8.5. Sam Darnold needs time. He needs an offensive line, and he doesn't have one.
Yeah.
Seattle's offensive line ranked number 30 in the rankings I'm using.
Oh, lost Ian.
No, I'm right here.
Yeah, no, Seahawks under 8.5. That one's that they play the Niners twice, Rams twice. Hey, there he is. Okay. Got him.
I never left for me.
Oh, well.
So their offensive line is 30th.
Yeah, right. And their schedule's, not the best. They play a couple of tough teams multiple times. So I think, I probably see them under 8.5. I think Sam Darnold's a downgrade from Geno.
I think in the sense of like when you're not protected. I think Sam Darnold showed he has the chops last year. I just think that until I'm proven otherwise, I think that he needs to have the perfect conditions to produce. And I think this team's still too young and a year away to give him that.
Yeah, their run game could be good if their line can run block, but they've got some good backs, anyway, in Walker and Charbonnet.
So let's go to our number 1 pick. Good backs with no offensive line, though. Number 30 offensive line. Right. Best of luck.
Yeah, it's fair.
So Commanders under 9.5. I am sorry, everybody. But, this is grading out for me at an 83% hit rate. They've got a bottom tier defensive line, a mid-pack offensive line facing 4 NFC East games versus top defensive lines. Giants are number 3, Cowboys number 12, Eagles, as we already covered, number 2. So the number 7 pick with the Eagles is directly correlated to this Commanders pick, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
How do you feel about that one?
This one I don't love. I think the Commanders are going to get more than 9.5 wins. I see them around 10 or 11 as well. So probably won't follow you on this one. I do like Jags under 8.5. I do like Seahawks under 8.5. But not Commanders under 9.5. No. Jaden Daniels, like low key, going to be in the MVP conversation.
I don't think so, man.
Yeah,
I just don't know. I think your Joe Burrow and your Jaden Daniels takes are so the same. Like they already had their best year so far. You think they're going to do it again? It's like that's recency bias, right?
I mean, his best year, it was literally his rookie year. He could I don't know if his best season ever is going to be his rookie season. That's actually very unlikely.
I mean, but with the number 31st ranked offensive line, and everybody's got a year of tape on him now.
Man,
they didn't pay Terry McLaurin. Like he's still holding out.
It's literally going to say if they make Terry happy, man, that is a dangerous duo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What are they waiting on?
They're gonna. I know. What are they waiting for? It's so stupid. They know they're gonna do it. Everyone knows they're gonna do it.
Here's our honorable mentions to finish it out. These aren't even recommended bets, but these are the ones that were just this close. So if you are having a feeling of your own, maybe this will help you make a decision. I'm going to go through them quick. Giants under 5.5. Brutal strength of schedule.
Yeah, it is. That's true.
Dolphins over 7.5.
Bingo.
Offensive line slipped a little bit, but the edge group can be top 10 if Phillips and Chubb are right.
Yeah, agreed. Then the secondary is going to leave a lot to be desired unless someone really steps up, other than Micah Fitzpatrick. But
and we'll get to that soon. We've got a section on that for sure.
Nice.
Colts over 7.5. That is at plus 100. So if you like it, I mean, you're just kind of saying Daniel Jones is consistent enough to win games in that division. And if you believed in that Jaguars bet, it's a little bit correlated, but I would not parlay the two because you just never know.
Wait, Daniel Jones? Were you talking about the Colts?
Yeah, Daniel Jones is a starting quarterback for the Colts.
No, yeah, no, I'm aware. I thought I heard you say Giants a moment ago. I lost track real quick.
Oh, yeah, we did. We did Giants, Dolphins. Now we're on Colts over 7.5 plus 100.
My mind did Giants and Daniel Jones and got confused. We're good.
Damn you, minds. Lions over 10.5 is the last one. I mean, I just don't. It feels like a public trap, though.
I hear
they love them. They love them. They don't need to win more than 10 games to get to the playoffs. It could be a hard fight for the Lions. They don't get to cruise every year, right? I mean,
you wouldn't think. High-powered offense, though, man. Like I said, it's even against like good teams. If you have a good offense, like you have a chance.
If you believed in our other bets, like the Bears or the Eagles or the Seahawks, weren't those the ones you liked?
Yeah, I like Eagles, I like Browns, and I like Jags that you mentioned.
So a couple of the plus money ladders, if you're interested in any of those bets, Eagles over 12.5 at plus 200, get a little bit better juice, one more game. Seahawks under 7.5 if you think they just get smacked, plus 120. And the Bears, 10 plus wins at plus 210. So again, you're just taking like this is the Bears' year. They got the head coach. They got the quarterback in year 2. So, I would argue Caleb Williams is what you're looking for. Like what Jaden Daniels did last year, what Joe Burrow did that one year. It feels like Caleb Williams is set up to be that guy this year. But he's on the Bears, and we have to look past that.
Odunze and DJ Moore are really nice on the ends as receivers. So,
yep.
Could happen. I just don't love it. I'm not going to put my money on it. The other ones I'm more comfortable putting my money on.
Yep. Yeah. No bet on the Chargers. Rashawn Slater is out, and the numbers know it, so everything's already baked in. Okay. And I mean, and the only two of these bets that I saw a nice correlation for that I would put together, which you're not going to like, is the Eagles over 11.5 and Commanders under 9.5.
Okay. Yeah.
Just because they play each other twice.
Right. That makes sense.
Yep.
You're hoping for like things to fall perfectly into place otherwise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this growing NFL trend that feels more common every offseason. The holdout.
Always. It's every major star now, basically.
Yeah, exactly. The big question is, does it actually work? I mean, maybe more importantly, does sitting out of training camp hurt these guys once the real games start? Because it's like you get your money, you don't get your money.
Yeah, CeeDee Lamb, monster 2023 season.
Yeah, right. I mean, and led the league in catches, almost topped yards and touchdowns too. But last year in 2024, he skipped camp waiting on a contract, got paid late, and the numbers dipped. 101 catches, 6 touchdowns, 1,194 yards. Not bad, but
chemistry issues though with Dak too.
Yeah, I mean, Dak did go down. It did help.
Yeah. But
take Jamar Chase. He did not fully practice last camp either, kind of a hold in, but when he finally showed up, full triple crown. The league in receptions, yards, touchdowns, got a record-breaking deal after. So
it seems kind of like, there's a risk-reward system there. Some guys, they might end up getting rusty from holding out, and others, end up making it worth it and get their bag.
That's the gamble. Historically, it's been a total mixed bag. Emmitt Smith held out in 93, missed 2 games and came back, won MVP in the Super Bowl. Revis held out in 2010, still made All-Pro. Zach Martin, same story, held out, came back dominant.
But you can think of other examples on the other side pretty easily too. You've got Melvin Gordon, you've got Zeke, Ezekiel Elliott. So
right, both held out, both never really bounced back. Gordon's 2019 was basically a lost year. Zeke, stats took a dive and stayed down. You also have guys like Nick Bosa, who did play well after a holdout, but admitted mid-season that he was still playing catch-up on technique.
It's like, even if you're physically ready, mentally you might not be fully in rhythm at that point.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just not production. That's injury risk, right? Brandon Ayuk last year held in during camp, came back, tore his ACL and MCL in week 7. Earl Thomas broke his leg in 2018 after skipping camp, flipped off his own sideline on the cart out.
So what about this year's guys? Micah Parsons, Terry McLaurin, Trey Hendrickson.
Parsons is reporting but not practicing. Dallas is saying there's a handshake agreement, but nothing signed. They said the agent got in the way there. Kind of messy.
Interesting.
You want them healthy and on the field, but long-term, if guys feel disrespected by the team or come back unprepared, that's when you get performance drop-offs, injuries, or worse.
Right. In the business side, the guys aren't just athletes. They're investments, business assets to a degree.
Like Cam Hayward, for instance, is kind of trying to hold in after he just got paid last year by the Steelers. He's trying to get paid again. Yeah,
right. Yes, so really, whether it's Parsons, McLaurin, Hendrickson, once they step back on the field, every single thing they do is going to be, analyzed under a microscope.
Yep. The only thing more brutal than the NFL itself is NFL expectations.
Valid.
So let's look at some other hot topics from the NFL. Did the NFL really try to blackball Shedeur Sanders? Eric Dickerson claims the NFL told teams not to draft Deion's son, Shedeur Sanders. Teams like the Browns reportedly got direct warnings not to pick him. But guess what? Shadeur's in camp and he's balling. 70% completion, 5 touchdowns, no picks.
All right. So is that just preseason hype or?
Yeah, probably.
I think so too. Him and Dylan Gabriel's back and forth thing is kind of interesting.
Joe Flacco being named the starter tells you what you need to know. Yeah. Nobody's ready.
Yeah, he's the starter and the kids are fighting.
Joe Burrow, we've been talking about his skill. Let's talk about this. This is wild. He's stacked. He has not spent a dime of his NFL salary. $142 million in career earnings, untouched. He lives entirely off endorsements from Nike, Guinness, Body Armor, and Kroger Health.
Okay. So $4 million. Yeah, $4 million from sponsors and just saves the rest.
Yep. He's just pocketing all that money.
That's crazy.
Oh,
they say MJ makes way more off of endorsements than he ever did on basketball.
Yeah, because the Jordan brand is just so incredibly successful.
Nope. What about the Dolphins secondary? Their entire starting secondary from last season is gone. Jalen Ramsey was traded. Kendall Fuller was released. Kader Kohou's out for the season. Javon Holland was gone in free agency, and Jordan Poyer is still unsigned. Granted, they got Micah Fitzpatrick, but like, what else? Something else has got to give. I mean, couple of guys looking okay in camp, but got to see that translate to regular season games.
The defensive line is going to have to get pressure early and often and really help them out.
Linebackers too. I mean, granted, they are pretty stacked at those position groups, so it could work out, but it's going to have to work out, and the offense is going to have to score regularly.
Man, let's go to our favorite player from the last episode. He's 464 pounds and counting, but can the Bucs rookie Desmond Watson hit the target weight in time? Lost 30 pounds, still not cleared to practice, doing wind sprints in a weighted vest. One preseason game left. Tampa has a decision to make. Roster cut down looming? Will Watson make it?
Yeah, I remember we talked about this a couple weeks ago. I hope he makes it, man. Like, wind sprints in a weighted vest at that weight is insane.
Yeah. Like he should be shedding weight.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. One of the Titans, Cam Ward, rookie QB Cam Ward is not messing around in Tennessee. Showing up at 5 a.m. for film, calling out teammates for low energy, wants to build a new winning culture in Tennessee. Is this leadership or is this a rookie overstepping?
Leadership. Hold on. I love everything I'm seeing from Cam Ward. Anything that they're putting out there about him being a little off-putting sounds like just old school leadership. I can't stop thinking about that video Shedeur Sanders can't put out where they had, you know, he was like, you want to do a TikTok or something? Cam Ward's like, I'm a football player. I play football. Like, that's why he's ready to go. And he's starting week 1 when my Broncos are going to just make his day terrible. And then Shedeur is like going to maybe start playing by Thanksgiving. We'll see.
We've got to get used to calling him Cameron Ward, though. I think both he and his mom have come out and said that they want him to be called Cameron Ward. It kind of makes sense, though. Going by Cam at that position, wearing number 1, that, like, everyone's mind still goes straight to Cam Newton. So
he wants to be Cameron Ward.
He does want to be Cameron Ward, so we'll try to get in the habit of addressing him as he'd like to be addressed.
You know, Cam Newton wanted number 2, but Jimmy Clausen wanted too much money for it, so that's why he was number 1.
I did not know that.
Read that the other day. Yeah, could you imagine being Jimmy Clausen and standing in the way of the best quarterback that was ever on the team that drafted you? It's like, bro.
That is wild.
Like, just it's a number. Get a couple grand and move on. This one's a tough one. Some Vikings fans are threatening to cancel season tickets over male cheerleaders. Why are people upset? Are male cheerleaders new? I thought they've been around.
They've definitely been around.
Yeah, I just do not get it. I don't get it. I don't get the outrage. If you're watching the game on TV, why would, frankly, you have to be in the right section to even see the cheerleaders in most stadiums. It's like, it's really a 100, 200 level problem at most. If you're 300 and up, like, you don't care. You're looking for a beer line.
No, absolutely. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Anyone that has a problem with that's ridiculous.
Tom Brady has a side hustle and it paid his own teammates. Brady reportedly paid $1,000 bonus to every O lineman when a screen pass went over 15 yards. Multiple payouts, a businessman on and off the field, no?
Apparently so. Yeah, and he just got a new statue, right?
Yeah, and it looks like him. Unlike
what they did.
Yeah,
one of the better looking statues, unfortunately.
Dwayne Wade. Okay. Let's
how
see.
about the Chargers? One of your favorite teams. Rashawn Slater signed a massive deal, but take-home pay not so massive. He's only going to make $12.7 million in year 1 from a contract worth over $28 million, and California taxes took nearly $16 million in the first year alone. So being rich over in California, kind of expensive.
Yeah, you could say that again. And I mean, he had a season-ending injury too, so it's like I'm glad he got paid just in time.
Yeah, absolutely. It's hate to see that.
You hate it. I mean, but at the same time, it's like reevaluating the Chargers later. I didn't mind that. It's like they looked a little bit less. But it's always good that he got his money before. Speaking of getting your money and fighting things out, the NFL is headed to court, and it's a big deal. A federal appeals court ruled that Brian Flores and other black coaches can move forward with civil discrimination claims. They found flaws in the league's arbitration process. What a shock. Especially the fact that Roger Goodell could be the judge.
Yeah, that seems interesting.
We have been talking about this Flores thing since it happened, and we always thought he was wronged. We thought he got screwed out of it. We couldn't figure out why he wasn't getting any interviews for a head coaching job. Now this lawsuit's getting validation that, like, yeah. And never forget, right? Bill Belichick's the one that accidentally messed up and texted the wrong Brian, right?
Yep. Interesting how that all worked.
And personally, if you're Brian Daboll, it just hasn't been good for you since your rookie year. You're kind of like, man, I wish I was the one with the lawsuit now.
Be easier to deal with, frankly.
We talked about this before, but man, ESPN now owns Red Zone trademark. It might expand it. I mean, Roger Goodell confirmed that the NFL Red Zone is safe, but ESPN could bring Red Zone style shows to college football and beyond. Obviously not by this year. Is this big for you?
I mean, I think so. Yeah, it's there's always so much good college football going on. So I think, a college football Red Zone would be really cool.
Yeah, I think that would be the easier way to watch it.
Yeah, honestly, I think more people would get more interested in more programs, which only means more money for those programs. Could
you go Octobox?
Sure, why not?
I need a bigger television.
The Virginia Tech AD, the athletic director, says they need how much money? To compete in the ACC, Virginia Tech says they need a $200 million athletic budget. That's up from $144 million. If they want to stay elite, they're going to have to pay like it. Big money, big pressure.
I couldn't believe this. When Whit Babcock said this, I was like, what are you talking?
It's so much money.
It's so much money. What are we doing with college athletics?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Shannon Sharpe out at ESPN. This is a little bit of an older story, but we haven't been here with you. We want to cover it. I mean, case was dismissed with prejudice. Sharpe had already stepped back from the network in April. It's just now official.
Yeah. Wild ride there for him.
Yeah.
Kind of all the time.
It's almost like OnlyFans models might not be the most trusted people to try to do stuff like that. Like, it's like they keep busting people left and right. And then like people you think should be smarter than that keep falling into dumb traps. Yeah. Like they're already monetizing that. They're going to monetize you.
Yep.
All right, Sean, here's a question.
All right.
Did you ever think Formula One would become mainstream in America?
Once we started talking about it.
Bingo.
Because we started talking about it. No, not really. I always thought of it as kind of this European thing. Fancy cars, champagne, Monaco, really not something most Americans were tuning in for.
Yeah, everyone spent decades trying to break into the U.S. and just kept failing. Races would pop up in random cities like Phoenix, Detroit, even on a freaking parking lot in Las Vegas in the 1980s.
A parking lot?
Yeah, Caesar's Palace, 1981 and 82. It was so bad, drivers said it felt more like a gimmick than a real race. The track was flat, the turns were awkward, and no one in Vegas cared.
So what changed then? Because now we've got big F1 races in Miami, Austin, Vegas, and they're successful.
One major turning point was in 2012 when the Circuit of the Americas, or COTA, opened in Austin. First purpose-built F1 track in the U.S., and it gave the sport a real home here.
But even they struggled at first, right?
Weather issues, ticket problems, funding cuts. Almost didn't survive. But then in 2016, they booked Taylor Swift to perform during race weekend. Her only show that year. That one move brought in over 100,000 people and completely revitalized the event.
Are you telling me Taylor Swift saved the U.S. Grand Prix?
Basically, yeah. I mean, but the real game changer, Netflix Drive to Survive, launched in 2019, and it made F1 accessible for the first time. Suddenly, people cared about team rivalries, driver personalities. It turned the sport into a drama series.
Yeah, right. Because even if you didn't care about the racing, you could still get sucked in by all the storytelling, the characters. They made the sport more human.
Exactly. And Liberty Media, the American company that bought F1 in 2017, leaned all the way into that. They modernized the sport's media presence, loosened up social media rules, and started treating F1 like the entertainment product it is.
Yeah, I mean, so between, Netflix, concerts, just overall better, smarter promotions, the sport finally did find its American audience, right?
Yep. Vegas is now one of the biggest races on the calendar. Miami signed a contract through 2041.
Whew.
Austin's still going strong. And for the first time ever, America isn't just hosting F1, it's shaping it.
I mean, even the successful movie this summer.
Yep. Brad Pitt plays an old veteran driver training a young rookie. The movie premiered in Times Square. It made over $500 million at the box office.
That's crazy. Racing in empty parking lots to selling out theaters and stadiums.
It's been 75 years of trial and error, but F1 finally cracked the American code. All it took was a little Netflix, some live music, and chaos.
Yeah, so it's really, we're not even just effing around with F1 anymore. F1 is fully parked in the U.S., and it's not going anywhere.
Yep, about damn time.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go over some pop culture entertainment and what's not.
Okay, what you got?
Sydney Sweeney calls out sexist soap backlash. I don't even know the guy that she's talking about, but apparently in an interview criticizing her, that weird soap she did, which is supposed to be her bath water, but it's like, how would that clean you?
Valid.
But she said, meanwhile, everyone loved Jacob Lordy's bathwater candle, Elordi. I've never heard of this guy.
Yeah, no, same.
I rhymed. But she says double standard. Was it a double standard or bad marketing?
I don't know. That's a weird one because I don't really understand the whole bathwater thing in the first place. So
yeah,
I don't know.
We didn't like it. I mean, I remember talking off air about it. We were like, not interested.
Yeah.
So even though it's a smart idea to try to use her to sell soap, I think the bathwater thing is a bridge too far.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, she can market just about anything, but yeah, like why did we go there?
Yep. Now, and to bring this back to another controversy, I don't understand this whole thing with people being upset that they put her in a jeans commercial. I don't get this at all. I've never seen such backlash for somebody like it's freaking denim. What?
I think some of that was like AI. Some of like the contention online and stuff.
Like really?
That. Yeah, I have not done enough research about it, but yeah, I think we might need to look more into that one to talk a little more effectively about it personally.
Yeah, I mean, that's my 2 cents is like if there were real people that were mad, I'm like, why buy different jeans then? Like that's the whole point, isn't it?
Yeah, it was something to do with Lizzo as well, and they were butting heads over it maybe, but also maybe that was AI. Like I said, I don't really know much about it.
You need to stop talking to computers. Are there peas on pizza in Brazil?
What?
Peas on pizza, and Brazilians love it.
Okay, never heard of that.
On the popular Portuguese pizza, peas are mixed with ham, sausage, olives, and eggs. Colorful, rich, totally normal in Brazil.
That sounds like a breakfast almost.
Would you eat it? That's my only reason I put it in here. Would you?
Yeah.
Someone brings out a pizza. I'm talking like when you see the photo, I'll probably have it in the reel. When you see the photo of this, it's almost entirely green where the cheese would be because of these peas. These peas are on heavy, and then everything else is on top of it.
Oh, so it doesn't even have cheese.
No, I think it's in there. It's a picture. I can't taste it.
I would try it. Yes, I would try it.
Lightning strike breaks world record. One lightning bolt just broke a world record, 515 miles across the sky. From Texas to Missouri, the longest lightning strike ever recorded. Just insane.
That's wild. Is Thor coming to Earth? That's crazy.
Right before the Avengers movie. See, what could it be? What could it be?
It's just marketing.
It's just marketing again. That's actually Robert Downey Jr. Speaking of, I'm glad we went nerdy with it because that's where we're going for the rest of the episode. Star Wars is back, maybe. I mean, Daisy Ridley is returning as Rey for the new Jedi Order film that's supposed to start filming next year.
Okay.
I'm skeptical, as I've told you. They want to announce 1 billion projects and see if anybody cares, and then
Yep. I don't know. I'll be excited to see Rey come back. I really liked her character, honestly. 7,
they
8,
could do
9,
more with it, yeah.
Yeah, like 7, 8, 9 could have been better. They also could have been worse, in my opinion. You know, I've rewatched them once or twice each, and like they're fun movies. But I'll be curious to see where they go with it. Honestly,
1, 2,
can't
and
do
3.
the Emperor again, right?
1, 2, and 3 is still my favorite trilogy.
Goated.
Deadpool co-creator trashes Fantastic Four. Deadpool's co-creator has gone off about the movie, but critics and fans loved it. I mean, is it creative beef or is it old man yells at cloud energy?
Yeah, I don't know. Have you seen it yet?
No, you're the only one of us that's seen it.
Tough to really get that far into it, but yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, it
you
obviously
didn't
has a
care
different
for
feel
it
than Deadpool. It wasn't my favorite Marvel movie. It's better than some of the recent Marvel movies, but
so is it better than any of the Deadpools?
No, but I love the Deadpool movies.
Not even the second one. That's sort of
I
just
really
like
like
a direct sequel.
I like it a lot. I like Domino. I like Cable.
Yeah, that's true. The Cable part does make it pretty interesting.
Yep.
Well, that's all I got for you from the wild world of the internet.
All right. That's some good stuff. I feel like we covered a lot of ground.
lot of NFL futures. Everything's finally starting to get into focus. Keep an eye on injuries and things like that. Try to grab these numbers the best place you can. Again, all my numbers were on FanDuel. That's because the first 2 or 3 I looked up, I just seem to see the best numbers there. So
yeah, no doubt. And we're obviously getting super excited for football season. So we're going to start talking more and more about that. Are we thinking about doing any additional shows, or is that still in the works?
We are excited to announce that on Football Sundays, we are going to be doing a live show here on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, or it should be on Facebook and everywhere we're going live right now. Mm-hmm. It's going to be called Horning Around.
Interesting. I love it.
I got to get a horn. I don't want to.
We do got to get a horn, clearly.
Yeah. I'll have a horn that I can just do like that. I don't want to have to use a blowhorn. I want to squeeze horn.
Like a clown horn, yeah.
Yeah, but we should have a full slate. We'll have at least 4 box up here with different guys. We're going to be putting together fantasy lineups for that day, possibly parlays. We'll see how that goes. If everybody's we're just going to play it by ear, but I think the best way to do it is everybody brings at least 2, 3 player props they really, really like. Then we put them on a vote and we put together our best lineup and see if we can hit some of those 10-time multipliers. Just throw a couple lottery tickets out there and really let you guys manage most of your bankroll on your own bets. Like, we'll give you a couple darts. We'll tell you what we like, but we want you to lean on yourself, your gut, what you want to do.
Absolutely. We're really looking forward to doing that. It's going to be something we've talked about for a while. So excited to see it come to fruition.
Wit and Grit podcast will still be recording at least once a week. We'll be talking to you here. I know the day moves around a little bit, but it's likely to be live on Fridays or live Thursday evenings. It's just going to depend on once the NFL schedule comes out, how long do we have to wait to get all the information we really want to give out good bets? That's the question. Or do we want to do it earlier so that we can get the best of the number?
Yeah.
Goes every way.
Yeah, it really does. Yep.
All right.
Well, anything else?
That's all I got.
Cool. All right, everybody. Well, until we see you next time, have a good week.
2 more weeks till football.
Let's go.